friend John. John is from the entomology department at UC Riverside. John, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am fantastic, but what am I holding here, John?
Yeah, so here we have a Madagascar hissing cockroach. So they're commonly kept as pets, but they're very impressive because of their size, and they're known to hiss, given that name. And how they do that is through the spiracles that you can see on the side of their abdomen, which they expel air quickly through that, making that hissing sound when they're startled.
Now, you said these are pets.
Yeah, they're very common pets.
Now I've noticed that there's water on my, or something that just excreted on my hand.
I don't know what that was from, but
maybe she likes me.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, you say they're pets. What do you feed these guys?
Yeah, so they're not picky eaters. We feed them dog food, fruits, vegetables, and they actually really like Cheerios.
Cheerios?
Yeah, Cheerios.
So just like my 5-year-old, they eat Cheerios. Now, hissing, you can't walk these guys. You can't play with. Can you play with them? What do you do with them? Just look at them?
Yeah, you can look at them. I mean, you're playing with one right now, so yeah, they're fantastic pets.
Well, I don't know if I'm playing with him or he's just scaring me, to say the least. But now, what do you do over at UC Riverside? You work in the entomology department, and you and I talked a little bit. You deal with a lot of roaches and different invasive species that maybe cockroaches, ants, bed bugs you discussed. What do you do exactly with those guys?
Yeah, so I'm a grad student here at the Lee Lab. So we're in the department, an urban entomology department.
Oh, I just dropped him.
We're in the urban entomology department, so we deal with a lot of the pests that reside with humans. So particularly I work with the German cockroach. So they're a common pest species in people's houses, and they've developed resistance to a lot of the...
So raid doesn't work on some of these guys?
Raid does work, but that's mostly a spot treatment.
Okay.
So these guys will hide in crevices in places you can't reach with chemicals.
Okay.
And the chemicals that we do use are no longer effective because of these resistant populations.
So are you then trying to create a poison that will kill these creatures?
Yeah, so I'm currently working on finding a bait toxicant, so a chemical that's ingested that works in a different way than what the commercial insecticides right now are working, so we can combat these resistant populations.
Now you have other bugs here as well. You have the common cockroach. You also have bed bugs.
Yeah, we do.
Let's take a look at these bed bugs. That's one of those things that creeps me out, and anytime I travel, I'm always worried I'm going to bring home bed bugs. Bed bugs are nasty creatures, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, and bed bugs too have developed resistant populations because we've treated them with many chemicals. And they're particularly hard to get rid of because they hide in crevices that we can't reach with chemicals, and they'll actually avoid the chemicals that we spray.
Now, do these guys bite then? We always hear of bed bugs. They're actually, they can kind of cause problems to your skin, can't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they feed on human blood, so they can bite. And so, yeah, that's why they're a nuisance pest.
So they're like vampires. They're like vampire bugs is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you have ants over here. And we know ants are a pain in the butt. Now, is there certain times of the year that ants will come out that, sometimes you'll have them in your house, sometimes you won't. But what are the certain times of year when ants are really prevalent in the home?
Yeah, so we usually see them more during the warmer times of the year, like summer. Okay. So like now they'll be very much active. So during the winter months, they'll be more dormant. So they'll be less active. They'll be in their nest most of the time, so they wouldn't cause as many problems.
Now, John, you work with these cockroaches. You work with them all the time. Is this something you do on a regular basis?
Yeah, every day.
Do you have trash cans full of these things? Where do you store these guys?
Yeah, we actually literally have trash cans full of them.
You have trash cans full of roaches.
Thousands of roaches. Yeah.
So do you keep it in a confined, locked space? Is it something like we'd see in a science fiction movie, or do they ever get out?
We have some escapees, but most of them are kept inside the trash cans because we have a special electric barrier.
So you actually electrocute these guys when they try to get out. That's awesome.
A very small electrocution, so it's not harming them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's okay. Now, do you have any of these as pets yourself?
Yeah, I do. I actually have a couple of cockroach species that I keep.
You do?
At home. Yeah.
Now, are these as big as they can possibly get?
These are one of the biggest, but there's actually other species that could get even bigger.
Really? Well, John, it's been a pleasure talking to you here. John is from the entomology department at UC Riverside. And I'll tell you what, come on down, enjoy the day, Come look at these cockroaches. Let's take one more look at these hissing cockroaches. There's something, he said they're pets. I don't think I'd want to hug or kiss or pet them, but they are fantastic. And, John, it's been wonderful talking to you. Come on down to the Insect Fair at downtown Riverside. We're on the corner of University and Fairmont. Come on down. We're here till 4 o'clock. We'll be right back here on Riverside.